Hey there, Bible Lady here. We are live at Jesus Regional Shit Talking Tour slash Wellness Clinic. We are going to find out some secrets of Jesus while following him on this tour. So come on and grab your shit. We are going to have a good time. So, come on and dive on in the store with me, weird ass black sheep. So, we are on the the 16th day of this tour. I can't breathe. We're on the 16th day of this tour, and he's in a region called Magdala. So, the Pharisees and Sadducees came and testing him again with words, asking if he would show them a sign from heaven. He said, "When it is evening, you say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, you, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and threatening. Hypocrites! You know how to discern the face of the sky, but you cannot discern the signs of the times. Technically, they're not allowed to. It is a rule that they are not supposed to pay attention to the signs of the times. And I'm guessing that's the only fucking rule they pay attention to because they don't listen any other time. We are reading it in the Old Testament right now, how they do not listen to anything God said, like anything at all. So, a wicked and adulterous generation seeks after a sign, and no sign will be given to it except for the sign of the prophet Jonah. This is the second time he's told them to read Jonah. Now, I I don't know about this whole reading Jonah thing because I'm not exactly sure what Jonah has to do with much of anything, especially like especially when it comes to Jesus because Jonah and Jesus really I don't know the comparison between the two. Honestly, I don't. And but Jesus said something yesterday um that Jonah was in the whale 3 days and he'll be in the earth for 3 days. But I don't know if he was. I don't remember. I don't even want to be reading this story. But it has to be read. Do you need to come in here? I guess not. So, again, I'm not sure what Jesus and Jonah have in common. But Jesus says, read Jonah. And he left them and departed. Now, when his disciples had come to the other side, they had forgotten to take bread. Then Jesus said to them, our first lesson in word magic from Jesus himself. Yeah, so now we're going to learn something. It says, take heed and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and Sadducees. So beware of the shit these motherfuckers are cooking. Okay? And the disciples reasoned among themselves, saying, It's because we forgot the food. How stupid are we? I mean, he rushed us on this bus. It's not like, or on this boat. It's not like we could have remembered or even had the time. But now he's like, don't eat their food. But Jesus, being aware of it, said to them, "You guys are so stupid. Shut up. Like I would be asking you for food. Do you know who I am? Do you know who my dad is? I am not worried about your leftovers. So shut up. That's not even what I was talking about." And then he says, "But beware of the leaven and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees," means don't listen to these fucking people. Okay? And then Jesus came to the region of Caesarea Philippi. Oh, somebody's texting me. Oh, can't even hear it now. Okay, nobody's texting me. Hey, stop liking my stuff real quick, or my phone's gonna keep going off. Okay, so Jesus came to Caesarea Philippi, and he said to his disciples, "Who do men say that I am?" And they said, "Some say John, some say Elijah, and others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets." And he said to them, "But who do y'all say I am?" And then fucking Peter answered, saying, "You are La Christe." And Jesus said, "Blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father who is in heaven. And also I say to you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church." Interesting, very, very interesting. "The gates of Hades shall not prevail against it, and I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. And whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loose in heaven." Then he commanded the disciples to shut the fuck up. They don't know nothing. And from that time, Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer many things from all those stupid ass God people. And he had to be killed and raised in the third day, which is 420, by the way. But then Peter took him aside and said, "Shut the fuck up, buzzkill. We're all like trying to have a good time, and you're like, I'm gonna die. Can you just not do that? Nobody wants to know you're about to die, because we're all gonna run away from you anyway. So, like, you don't need to tell us, because we're not sticking around." But then he turned and said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan, you are an offense to me, for you are not mindful of the things of God, but the things of men. God ain't chilling with you assholes." Then Jesus said to the disciples, "If anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." This whole cross is where criminals go. You get hung on the cross if you're a criminal. So I don't know why Jesus would be like, "You can only hang with me if you're a cat burglar." Like, no, this had to be a different word because cross is definitely illegal. That's a punishment. A cross is a punishment. Okay. Anyway, for whoever desires to save his life, he will lose it. But whoever loses his life for my sake, Jesus' sake, will find it. For what profit is it to a man to gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what will a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man will come in the glory of his Father, riding cloud dolphin, and he will reward each according to his works. Assuredly, I say to you, there are some standing here who shall not taste death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, just real quick. I gotta pause right here. Well, actually, uh, yeah, no, because I do have to pee. I should have went pee first. Hi, Tin. Can I go pee? I need to go pee. I'll play some music if I can remember how to do that. Hold on. Bam. I think it's. How does it work? Wait a minute, what the fuck is happening? No one knows. Oh, this is what's happening. Okay. Okay. So, we are on chapter 17. Now, after 6 days, Jesus took Peter, James, and John, the sons of thunder. Oh, I hate this. Oh, this is the worst. This is the worst. Okay. So, he took Peter and the sons of thunder on a high mountain by themselves, and he was transfigured before them. His face shone like the sun. His clothes became as white as the light. And behold, Moses and Elijah appeared to them, talking with him. Then Peter answered, fucking Peter! Peter, why? Shut up. Peter the talk too mucher, shut up. And he said, is it good for us to be here? No. He wouldn't have brought you if it was a bad place to be. Shut up. If you wish, let us make 3 tabernacles, one for you and Moses, and one for Elijah. While he was still speaking, a bright cloud overshadowed them and was like, shut the fuck up, Peter. Peter, shut up. Okay? And they were greatly afraid. But Jesus came and touched them and said, come on, stop being scared. It's only nature. When they had lifted up their eyes, they saw no one but Jesus. That's how it should be. Now, as they came down from the mountain, Jesus commanded them, saying, what'd he say? My bad. Okay. So, Jesus commanded them, saying, tell this vision to no one until I am dead. And his disciples asked him, saying, why then do the scribes say Elijah must come first? Because he already came, they didn't want to notice it though. And Jesus said, indeed, Elijah is coming first, and he will restore all things. But I'm telling you, Elijah's already been here, and they didn't want to pay attention to it. Because paying attention to the signs of the times is kind of illegal. Anyway, likewise, the Son of Man is also about to suffer at their hands. And then Peter rolls his eyes because Peter sucks. Then the disciples understood that he was talking about John. And when they had come to the multitude, a man came to him, kneeling down, saying, Lord, have mercy on my son. He is epileptic, and this poor baby. Man, I have epilepsy, and that shit is no fun. It hurts your whole body. Look, and I don't even have the shaky kind. But this little kid, he throws himself in fire and shakes around and all sorts of stuff. And he said, your disciples, they can't even cure him. And then Jesus was like, this faithless and perverse generation. Really, how long do I have to be here? This shit sucks. And Jesus rebuked the demon, and it came out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. Then the disciples came to Jesus privately, and they said, why couldn't we cast it out? And then Jesus says this like people are supposed to know this, right? He said, oh, wait, no, this isn't the right one. Never mind. I said that wrong. Jesus said, because of your unbelief, because I'm telling you, if you have faith as a mustard seed, so very small amount, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. However, this kind, oh yeah, okay, this is where he says it. This kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. And he says this like they're supposed to know that. Like he literally just gave them power to get rid of these demons a minute ago. And he's like, oh yeah, you're supposed to fast and pray, duh. Now, while they were staying in Galilee, Jesus said, The Son of Man is about to be betrayed into the hands of men, and they will kill him, and the third day he will raise up again. And they were exceedingly sorrowful. Okay. And when they had come to Capernaum, those who received the temple tax came to Peter and said, "Doesn't your teacher pay the temple tax?" And Peter was like, yeah. And when he had come to the house, Jesus anticipated him, saying, "What do you think, Simon? From whom do the kings of the earth take?" Wait, he came to Peter, and then Jesus called him Simon? Or is he talking to Simon the Zealot? Because Simon was a zealot. So maybe he's talking to the zealot. Yeah, what do you think, zealot? From whom do the kings of the earth take customs? From their sons or strangers? And then Peter was like, from strangers. Then Jesus said to him, then the sons are free. Nevertheless, lest we offend them, go to the sea and cast a hook, and take the first fish. And when you opened its mouth, you will find a piece of money. Take that and give it to them for you and I. How many minutes are we at? 21 minutes? Wow. Okay. So, we're at chapter 18. Holy cow. Okay. Okay, so chapter 18. Did I really lose my lighter? Okay. So, at that time, the disciples came to Jesus, saying, "Who then is greatest in the kingdom?" Then Jesus called a little child, and he set him in the midst of them and said, "Listen, I'm telling you, unless you are converted and become as little children, you will by no means enter the kingdom of heaven." That does not mean like, oh, I'm a baby in Christ, so like I can still commit sins because I'm a baby. No, you got to become as imaginative as a child. You've got to like have an imagination. You got to believe like children do. You're not a baby in Christ, so you can sin and whatever. It doesn't work that way. No, you're as imaginative and as innocent as a child. Okay. Therefore, whoever humbles himself as this little child is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Whoever receives one little child like this in my name receives me. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be greater for him to be catapulted into a shark tank with a bunch of pedophiles. Woe to the world because of offenses, for offenses must come, but woe to the man by whom the offense comes. Jesus, but you're offensive. Huh. And you even say that. Like, if you get offended by me. Okay. If your hand or foot causes you to sin, cut it off and cast it from you. It is better for you to enter life lame or maimed than, okay, yeah, this one. You need to get rid of your carnal desire because if you don't, you're going to die. Take heed that you do not despise one of these little ones, For I'm telling you that in heaven, that their angels always see the face of my Father who is in heaven. For the Son of Man has come to save that which is lost. He's telling you right here. They have so much imagination, they see my Father's face. What do you think? If a man has 100 sheep and one of them goes astray because he's a weirdo, does he not leave the 99 and go to the mountains to seek the one that is gone? And if he should find it, I'm telling you, he will rejoice over that one sheep than the 99 that did not leave. Even so, it is not the will of your Father. Hold on. Even so, it is not the will of your Father in heaven that one of these little ones should perish. Moreover, if your brother sins against you, tell him. And if you don't listen, tell the church. And if you don't listen to the church, take him to 2 or 3 witnesses. And if he refuses to listen to them or the church, then let him be to you like a heathen and a tax collector. So he'll be cut off. What was that? I don't know what that was. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. Oh. Oh, Naruto. Poor little Naruto. Okay. So if your brother is an asshole and doesn't want to listen to nobody, then he's cut off from you. Because listen, I'm telling you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. Whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Again, I'm telling you that if 2 of you on earth agree concerning anything that you ask, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together, I am there with them. Like right now with us, right? Then Peter came to him and said, fucking Peter. Lord, how often shall I forgive my brother? Like 7 times. And Jesus said, 70 times 7, right? So 140 times. Therefore, the kingdom of heaven is like a certain king who wanted to settle accounts with his servants. Right. So he asked all the servants like to pay him or whatever. And the one guy was like, no, I need a little bit of time. But there's people that owed him money also, right? They also owed him money. And like he made a real big deal to this guy about that, right? And then some other people saw it and they went and told the guy, listen, this guy is being completely unreasonable. So the guy that forgave the debt ended up calling after him. And then he said to him, you wicked servant, I forgave you all that debt because you begged me, but you would not do it to somebody in the same situation as you. Are you kidding? And the master was angry and delivered him to the torturers until he paid all that was due. So my heavenly Father also will do to you if each of you from his heart does not forgive his brother. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so real quick, then we're going to go to chapter 19. I need to go get a drink of water and grab a refill. So I will be right back in 1 second, I think.